Okay, so we have a 99 Chevy Express 1500, and yesterday I actually went to go look at the van and I put my scanner on it. I got a code of P0155, which is a O2 heater circuit bank 2 sensor 1, I believe. But I'm actually working on the van today and the code is no longer here. But the symptom or the problems that the car is having are still here. The car hesitates, it stumbles, and it's not even drivable. So you saw the one code that is sitting there, which is a cam and crank correlation. But let's go look at the data here, and you can see the fuel trims for bank 2 are -30. So that's pegged really low. It's pulling a lot of fuel from it. And that's the same bank that I got the code for yesterday, saying that the upstream O2 sensor heater circuit or heater was bad. Okay, so let's look at both of our upstream O2 sensors. And on my scanner, the bank 1 sensor one is going to be the green line, and that one actually looks like it's working as it should. But the problem here is the bank 2 sensor one, which would be the red line. Definitely looks like there's a problem here, so let's keep looking. And looking at bank 2 sensor 1, you can see the lowest it goes is 0.688 and the maximum is just over a volt. So there's definitely something wrong with it, probably just a lazy sensor. But I'm still curious about those heater circuit codes that I got yesterday, so I really want to check the heater circuit. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so to get to the bank 2 sensor, you want to go on the passenger side of the vehicle. And it's going to be before the catalytic converter. So that would be this one right here. And you can see the harness comes along to this side, and there goes your connector. So let's go ahead and disconnect this. Okay, so I have my 2 alligator clips connected to the heater circuit of the sensor, and you could identify which wires are for the heater circuit by the colors. There's 4 wires, but the 2 colors that are exactly the same are going to be for your heater circuit. So those 2 on the right side are the ones that I have my alligator clips on. And down here, the other ends are just leading to my multimeter. And as you can see, we're at 6.4 ohms. So the heater circuit inside of the O2 sensor is good. Okay, so let's test the harness itself to make sure it's supplying the power to the heater circuit of the O2, and that's pretty easy to test. You just need a test light. So right now I have the alligator clip of my test light on the ground of the starter, so just find any good spot to ground it on. And here you can see the power wire is supplying power, so that's good. I know it was flickering, but that was just me. I couldn't keep a steady hand with the test light. So now let's connect directly to power, which would be on, I'm using the starter right there. And now we're gonna check the wire for the ground to make sure that the ground is good. And as you can see here, we have a good ground. So that's kind of weird that the heater inside of the O2 works, and you know it's getting power from the harness. So why did we get a code for the heater circuit? Well, nonetheless, we still have a funky O2 sensor that just doesn't seem to be working right. So we're gonna go ahead and replace it anyways. And initially I tried using a giant wrench, a 22mm, but I just could not budge it. So when looking through my toolbox, and I found this oxygen sensor socket, and it seemed to fit well, and I used my breaker bar and it just came off, you know, as easy as it could using a breaker bar. But sometimes a big wrench just isn't gonna cut it. And I know doing all of this just looks like fun. I know in the video it looks like it's a nice sunny day, but it's not. It's actually somewhere around 18 degrees outside. So yeah, I've been outside for quite some time at this point and I'm freezing. But you just gotta keep on going, right? Gotta get the job done. So like I said, it's very cold today, so today I'm just trying to get the van back on the road and get the customer driving his van again. So let's take care of this problem. I know we had the other code for the cam and crane correlation, but honestly he's been driving the van like that for a while now and it's been driving fine. I'm not saying that it's not a problem because it definitely is, but given that it's just a freezing day, we're not gonna be attacking that in this video. So that's something for another day, hopefully a nicer day. So we're gonna be using this Bosch O2 sensor, and it already comes with anti-seize on the thread, so there's no need to add anymore. So I ended up feeding the harness of the O2 sensor to the area where it connects to. I just thought it would be a little bit easier to get it started on the threads because I was having a little bit of trouble with it, and it did seem to help. I was able to get the thread started like this. Okay, so at this point I already cleared the codes. There really wasn't anything there besides the cam and crane code, but still I just hit erase codes for the heck of it, and obviously the cam crane comes back immediately. But I just wanted to clear anything that might be hidden for the O2 sensors. And looking at those two sensors, everything seems to be working fine now. Specifically that one that we replaced. And looking at the short-term fill trims, remember before how they were at -30? So they're starting off a little bit on the high side, but if you keep watching, they kind of work their way down and everything starts to look normal after that. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at those same O2 sensors that we were looking at before we changed the sensor. And as you can see, there's a massive improvement over what the Bang 2 sensor 1 used to look like. So I'm happy to see this. So here I'm just taking the van for a test drive, make sure everything's okay. And I'm also on my way to go drop the van off back to the customer. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope the video was able to help someone. If it helped you, hit the like button and consider subscribing. Thanks for watching.